Hi everyone, welcome along to the mighty Chesil beach. If you watch some of my previous videos, you'll realise it's fishing quite hard. But I am going to strike you a deal. If you stick with me in the hard times, I'll take you out in the good times. So if you like your fishing videos, you don't mind me, and you love the mighty Chesil beach, then this could be the video for you. As you can see, I'm not fishing alone today. I've just set up and I've got a little mate. It's just gone under. My mate the Chesil, there he is. He's just checking me out. Well, there's two trains of thoughts with this. That could be a good sign, because he's got to be eating something. Or it could be a bad sign, because he might be eating the only fish out there. Anyway, that was a Chesil. We'll get back to fishing. What a beautiful day. It's -2 this morning. The sun's up. It's pretty much the only reason why I come along today. As I've said before, my channel is based on Chesil Beach. My aim is to get out once a week, so that's 52 times a year, just to show you the full range of Chesil Beach and what it can offer. I would say February is the worst month of the year on Chesil Beach. It's just not a lot goes on. The winter fish are gone, the summer fish aren't here, and it can be hard. But that's fishing. I'm sure if you've watched a few of my videos, you know my intention is to try and teach people who need to learn. Some of you watch this probably know more than me, but I try and show as much as I can to help you all out. So when you come down onto Dorset, especially Chesil Beach, you've got a chance. So I'll strike a deal with you. You continue watching my videos when it's hard, and when it's good, I'll catch more fish than most, hopefully, on this beach. And I'll make some good videos. But when it's hard, stick with it. I'll do one once a week, and together, you never know, we might learn something, and eventually we will catch a few fish. Don't worry, I ain't gone home yet. Been fishing now for about 2 hours. Constantly casting, our baits are getting stripped. Been putting out ragworm on both because that's all I could get today. But I've got some sand eel as well. So in a minute I'm going to start putting sand eel on one, rag on the other. Never know, I might pick up a small-eyed or an undulate or a dab. But yeah, I'm going to keep fishing, keep at it. As expected again, I know I've said it 100 times, it's going to be quite hard, but it's fishing. And I'm out doing it. So I'm going to keep at it, keep trying hard, and hopefully in one of these videos soon, I've got to get a decent fish, haven't I? I've just got to. But anyway, I'll be back in a bit. So as I've said many a time, I know you probably get bored of just seeing me fishing all the time. So on some of these videos, especially when it's really quiet, which seems to be all the time, I like to bring out some special guests. And people I've met through the fishing trade, and we've sort of, you know, we've got on well. So today I have Nigel. Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Wayne.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Well, thanks for coming down today. Last minute call.
Who could resist coming down here on a day like today? It's absolutely brilliant.
I know, I think today, for us and a lot of people, just shows it's not about the catching. I know it's a cheesy thing to say, and I think we say it a lot when we have a bad day, but actually on the phone last night, it went something like, let's go down to Chesil, we won't catch a thing, but we're gonna have a good day. And you were like, I'm on my way.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think I've been fortunate enough to fish in different parts of the world, but I can quite honestly say, and I can't put my finger on it, this is my favourite place. I just love coming here. There's just something about this beach. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, we're very, very lucky. I live just over an hour away, and Nigel lives a little bit further, but we're very lucky, aren't we?
Oh, very lucky, absolutely.
I know, it's beautiful, and it's not all about the fishing, but this beach can produce, but as I've said earlier on in the video and my last few videos, this time of year Chesil is probably one of the hardest beaches in the country to fish, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, you know, there are a few dabs showing on here again, I believe. I've not been fortunate enough to catch up with them, but otherwise there's nothing really.
No, I think it's where the winter species have gone and the summer species aren't here. And it literally, for me, goes dead till about April. What would you say about that?
Yes, I mean, I don't know whether things change or not, or whether the fishing methods have changed and stuff, because I can remember coming down here with an easterly wind in February, fishing a match down here, rolling a lead and catching 8 plaice that day.
Yeah.
So you just don't know, do you? You just really do not know what's going to turn up on any given day. And that was on this stretch of beach here as well.
Yeah, well, we're down in Cogden. It's no secret. The Plaice on Chesil come in from the shallower ends, which is obviously, if you look behind you, what's in front of you, so Cogden, Bexington, and the start of Abbotsbury produces really well at the start of the year, don't they, really? Yes. For the Plaice. This is where they turn up.
Yeah, this is where they'll turn up, definitely.
Yeah.
And later in the year as well, they come in here. I mean, I can recall about 5 years ago when there have been quite strict quotas put on the Plaice. The Plaice fishing down here was out of this world through August and September. We come down catching, you know, certainly more than 10,
yeah, lovely,
which was extraordinary at the time. Yeah.
I know it's easy for everyone to just say the fishing's died off because of overfishing, pollution, but you've obviously lived a little bit longer than me, if you don't mind me saying.
Yes.
Yeah. Or I've weathered better, but I definitely haven't. But yeah, how have you seen a change over the last few years to someone, you know, like I'm 40 and people younger than me? What would you say the last maybe 40, 50 years difference? What's happened on?
Well, I have to say with Chesil, it's one of those beaches that you can either come down and you don't see a fish all day and don't have a bite all day, or you'll come down and you'll catch. And I don't know whether that's really altered now. What I have noticed about this beach is in some areas the predominance of rays that have shown up over the last 4 or 5 years, I think, than previously. I mean, there might be other old boys that have lived seven decades who'll say, no, he's talking nonsense. But yeah. In my opinion, the rays seem to have showed this last 5 or 6 years, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think as anglers, I've mentioned it in a previous video, like down south now, you're getting cooch's bream, we're getting loads of gilthead bream here, and we're like celebrating the fact we're getting new species, and then we're blaming the fact of overfishing on species like, say, the cod that are moved on, but maybe it is just because of the... Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon to you.
Never worked with children or dogs.
No.
But yeah, we kind of celebrate the new species, and some species have gone away, like the cod. It's not been a great year for the cod. No. We've had a few, but maybe it's just a sign of the times, like you said. Things have changed. Can you think of any species that you used to catch with abundance that you don't now? I know you've mentioned the rays come and more. Anything you can remember?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how many years ago, but we had an influx of triggerfish at one time. I think the odd trigger's been caught, but for about 3 or 4 seasons, certainly down the other end of the beach, they were catching triggerfish because, I mean, I think the record was caught by a gentleman in a match at one time. I think it was about £4.3, something like that.
Yeah.
And black bream, but I think the black bream have always been here. But they started to show, and they've shown even more. I can't think what else really. I mean, I think maybe through the advent of people fishing lures as well as baits, quite a few bass caught as well nowadays, which I mean, every now and then bass were caught, certainly.
And definitely technology with kit now. I always mention this about casting and stuff, and we work together. Me and Nigel do casting days where I teach people the basics and you teach people who more want to pendulum, if that's a word.
Yes.
Yeah, you take them off me and then you push them forward. So we work together like that. But with technology, I was thinking back to more in your time, you had to be able to, you know, give it a big pendulum if that was to get the rods to work. I think nowadays more people can just pick up a rod for say £200 and just overhead thump and belt it. So maybe people were casting further, the rigs are helping people catch more, maybe.
That's the real innovation, is in rigs. I mean, I can remember making my first clip down rigs out of the wire that we used for the weights, you know, for breakaway weights, and bending them over and stripping electric cables and things like that. And then you'd have to put stop knots in because they'd just whoosh up the line when it stretched. So innovation, I think, definitely in rigs. Some of the rigs nowadays are just incredible, the way people have thought them out, and how they've made them more streamlined, how they're smaller as well. Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at I think the breakaway lead was a real innovation to help people fish in heavy tides and then break out when you actually got a fish, help with a bite. That's brilliant. But that wasn't there before.
So what was your techniques? Was it just straight running leisures, really?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
When I first started, I first started sea fishing, it was, or it would be pattern oysters. But there again, it wouldn't be what we now know as a helicopter rig.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be a fixed pattern oyster, which used to tangle beautifully around the trace.
No, I think we're very lucky. But on the other hand, I think sometimes, it's like in my videos, I like to do things very basic. And some people comment and say, I would use a pulley drop down now. And I like to show that simple stuff does still work.
Oh, yes.
And I think sometimes people get carried away with trying to reinvent the wheel, say, when basic stuff does work. So what sort of setup you got today, Nige?
I'm using what they call a loop rig on the bottom pattern oyster. Clips into this Gemini splashdown. I like the splashdowns because it holds it in place. So it clips in there like that.
Yep. Okay.
And then I've got a Gemini rig clip there.
Okay.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, like a loop. Yeah.
No, that's a breakaway.
That's the cascade, what they call it.
Off the cascade.
Yeah.
And then this then, my top snood hooked into that like that.
Okay, yeah, brilliant, yeah. So that's like a Pompey loop style, they call it.
Well, it's a Pompey loop.
Yeah, everyone calls it different, yeah. If you're from Southampton, you probably wouldn't call it a Pompey loop. But that's the Dockyard War. Yeah. But look, I'm going to watch Nigel cast. As we said before, Nigel and myself are a strong believer in a fishing cast. It just enables us to fish, not miles out, but just sort of putting baits out 120, hopefully 130, nice and relaxed, nice and straight, not dangerous is a big thing. So Nigel doesn't mind me mentioning the fact that he's in his 70s. And it's just a beautiful cast, nice and smooth. Just checking his grip wise. Let's come in a bit closer. If only I can cast like this at 70. Fix ball down, nice and slow, absolutely beautiful cast. It's not a reindeer, it's a Labrador with a bell. Well done, Nigel.
Thank you.
Is that going to be the one? Is that the blank stopper?
I hope so.
So do I.
I really hope so.
Anyway.
This onshore breeze is not much, but it just slows the legs down a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just holding it off a bit, but we'll keep trying.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's all we've got.
Yeah.
It's effort. But anyway, we'll leave you in peace. An empty beach. That is a dog that is going to wheel my shelter. Anyway, be back in a bit.
Oh, come on, you twat.
Watch this dude go straight into my lines. That'd been fun. Even though the fish aren't hungry, let's put you over it. Even though the fish aren't hungry, I am. Big boy, no. So today on the menu is your Mark 1 beef and tomato. Very good for you. With a cup of tea. Spirits are very low, as you can imagine. The fishing is shocking. But there is life. While we have pot noodles and while we got cups of tea, we're in the game. Cheers everyone. Thanks for watching. It's February. Next month, March, I know you know that, the fishing will pick up. So at the moment you're thinking, why am I watching these videos? This guy's doing a video every week on Chesil, it's dead. I'm going to do one every week for a full year. So it's dead now. March, we might start getting a few bites. We might. April, we'll be into fish. May, June, amazing. The hounds will turn up. The Plaice. Soul, I'll take you out with me doing all that. You'll be like, I'm sick of seeing this guy land fish. July, you're going to be like, this bloke knows what he's doing. August, September, oh my God. Premier League angler, catch loads of fish. You'll be sick of it. You'll be sick of it. Well, you know, might get a few blanks. In the winter, we'll be nailing cod. Let's hope, eh? Jokes aside, thanks for watching. Hope you're learning. Those of you that need to learn. A lot of you probably know it all anyway. A lot of people in the fishing world know it all. I'm not one of them. But anyway, I'm going to eat this pot noodle. I'll be full up then with lots of goodness. I'm probably better off eating the actual pot for goodness, but and I'm back in the gym now. You can see that, can't you? Anyway, but yeah, I'll get this out, keep the baits going out, and when it goes dark, I'm going home. That's it. All right. See you soon. Well, it's getting late in the day. The bites have been I haven't had one. Well, I have. I think I've had a bite. I'm not sure though. It's been horrendous, as expected. I'm just going to keep going though. When it gets dark, I'm going to go. I'll just get this one in the water. It's a beautiful day to be alive. That's all that matters. I've enjoyed it. I've loved it, in fact. Alright, I'm lying. But it's been nice to be out. This rod's heavier than the other one. Just keep putting the baits out there. Hurt my back, that one. COVID. So, session number 1 of 52 sessions this year has been pretty hard. Second week in Feb, and it's pretty poor. What a beautiful day. Put the baits out, had a cast, stretched the arms off, enjoyed myself, fished with Nigel, had a great time. I'm going to give it another hour. If I catch a fish, I'll be back. If I don't, I'm going to do a quick outro now. Thanks again for watching my videos. Every week, I promise, they will get better. Every week, I will catch more and more fish up until January next year. So that's a promise. So 52 sessions, number 1 down. Stick with me, keep watching, and I'll repay you with some fish. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care, have a nice weekend, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, everyone. So I was just packing up the kit, which I can show you. And I turn round, and my rod is just smashed over, believe it or not. Had a proper flatty bite. So hopefully I might have one on. Imagine that. Just imagine it, everyone. Little pull downs. Nice little flatty bite. Anyway, I'm going to see what's on there. I'm literally packing up. I put the camera away and everything. So hopefully there's a fish on there, because I deserve one, just for being out here. It's pretty nippy as well. But I definitely had a bite, a proper bite, and it looked like a flatty bite. Yeah, oh. Definitely something on there. Come on, son. Definitely a fish on, everyone. Definitely. Could be a flatty. Feels like a flatty. Come on. Imagine it. Definitely a fish on here. Been biting for a while, so I turned around, the rod was slamming over. Oh, imagine if I caught a Plaice in Feb. It's definitely a fish on. Oh man. I'm nervous, everyone. Last week I was hauling 200-pound skate, and I'm just as nervous. Off we go. Please be a flatty. Please be a Plaice. Definitely a fish on. Obviously got the hook, it's come this far in. Let's ride it in. Come on. Oh. Oh no. It's a dogfish. Oh. Oh no. Come here, you little... Yes, mate. Yes, thank you. Oh, I honestly thought I had a flatty then. It's a dog. He's trying to get me. Little bugger. Look, it's not that exciting. It's just a dogfish in a ball. But, man, I thought I had a place then. It's definitely time to go home. Thanks for watching. Oh, when the fishing's hard, it's really hard. Normally I wouldn't mind, but I thought that was a flatty. God. Anyway, it's a dogfish. I haven't blanked. So the person who said they watched my last five videos and I haven't caught any fish, that's 6 and I've caught a fish, all right? So that one's for you. That one's for all of you. I'll be back again next week. As they go on, we'll catch more and more fish, I promise you. Thanks again for watching. My name's Wayne. This is Chesil Beach. See you soon.